everybody, welcome back to another morning word. Thanks for joining us this morning. For those new to this is where I share a couple minute video, really to share for my own personal Bible study. Why? No other motive than this. I want to see your life go from here to here, and that's really God's intention. He wants you to live life, but listen to what he says, life more abundantly. Well, how do we do that? Well, God says, first of all, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Okay, now understand this. If we can think like God, if we can have a moment where we think anything is possible, is there anything that you can't achieve? No, is the answer to that. So I truly believe if you take these words on, apply them, okay, you will see the fruits in your life. So God bless you. Let's really get into this. We're going to be reading from the book of Deuteronomy, okay, which is the 5th book of the Bible. And we're going to be reading from chapter 31, verse 1 and 2, and it reads this. Then Moses went out and spoke these words to the whole of Israel. I am now 120 years old. I am no longer able to lead you. The Lord has said to me, you shall not cross the Jordan. Now we're going to call this morning word, building for the next generation. Building for the next generation. Now it reads this. Sorry, no, it reads this, but here it goes. So I want you to imagine for a moment Moses' journey. You know, he had been the one that helped set the whole nation free. In the last 40 years, this is what he achieved. Set them free from slavery and bondage from the nation of Egypt. He had seen, obviously, their enemies defeated, okay, in a moment. He had seen great wealth transferred over to the whole of the nation that he was leading. That was one of poverty to now one that had wealth. He had led them through the Red Sea. He had done all these things. He'd been preparing them in the promised land to be a great people, training them, getting them to understand God's ways. Now, Moses' big desire would have also been to be in the promised land. God had promised them this land of flowing of milk and honey. Moses would have desired that just as much as the people. Now, God had given him the vision what that was going to look like and stuff like that. But God says, listen, you've taken these people for the last 40 years and I'm going to show you where I'm going to take them, but you're not going to enter that land. What? How fair is that? That doesn't seem fair, right? Okay, but Moses started to understand that his assignment, okay, wasn't to enter into the promised land, but prepare the people to get into the promised land. He was building the next generation. Okay, it wasn't about his glory, it was about building the generation, God's overall, obviously, glory, but building the next generation so they could partake in the promised land. That was his assignment. Now, some of you have got these visions and these dreams, okay? But we have to understand, sometimes those dreams that you're building, you may get them started, but it may not be for you to see it fulfilled. It may be like David had a vision for a palace, but he didn't build it, it was actually his son. Sometimes you're building something, not for yourself, but actually trying to leave a legacy. And that's what Moses did. He left a legacy, okay, of greatness for the next generation. So that really leads me to the question of the day. Are you building for the next generation? Are you, what you're doing today, what you're building today, is that building for the next generation, or are you just so concerned about yourself? This is the lesson of the day. The lesson of the day is this. The vision that we build today may not be completed or even enjoyed by yourself, but find great joy. I want to hear this. Find great joy that you're leaving a legacy for your children, your grandchildren, your community, for the next generation to have greatness. Here's the action of the day. Build a legacy today, okay, that maybe you get to enjoy. Yes, you get to enjoy the things that you started. But more importantly, okay, build a legacy today that can be enjoyed for generations to come. Listen to Henry Ford, okay, he had one vision, and look, for generations to come now, they're enjoying that. Okay, I'm sure Microsoft will be the same. I'm sure Apple, Steve Jobs, his daughter, they're reaping from the benefits. Okay, and maybe in 5 years we'll see the fully what Apple's meant to be. Build a legacy, not for you today, but for generations to come. So God bless you. As we always say with Gen Hope, God's gift to us is life. What we do with that life is our gift back to God. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel so you get these videos Monday to Friday. But more importantly, please share this with one person, because if we can change the life of one person by changing the way they think, we actually do end up changing the world. So God bless you, and see you soon for another morning.